Hi guys, this is Spartan765. Hang on, let me just light her. Spartan765. Today I'm doing a video review of my new 1926 mosin nagant dragoon rifle. This is actually a dragoon rifle converted to a 9130. What that means is all they do when they converted dragoons to 9130s was change the stock and change the sights to metric sights. That's all they did. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Let's start about how I got this. This is, again, here, let me just see if I can get a good view of the markings on it. It's 1926, made at the Izhevsk Arsenal. Right there, as you can probably see, hopefully, it doesn't come in crappy. Soviet stamps, Arsenal refurbishment mark right there. Izhevsk bow and arrow, black powder proof marking, and point of aim marking, which means it's right on. All mosin nagants have these. Most of them do anyway. The point of aim. Okay, obviously this is a hex receivered mosin nagant. I got this at Gander Mountain for $130, but you know that's the best place to buy a mosin nagant in my opinion, because you don't they seldomly ever get ones that are actually worth anything like this. They're usually just round receivered war productions with crappy barrels that have been counterbored. But this one here has an excellent barrel. I mean, they don't look at the value in this, they just think it's another mosin nagant surplus rifle, and they sell them all for the same price. But I've looked on 762x54r.com, and being that all the serial numbers match, this is from 1926, and the barrel is in excellent condition. Let me see if I can get a shot of the barrel here. Probably can't see it very well. Probably because there's no light, but whatever. We'll try. All serials match. Here's another thing about this mosin nagant, is with a lot of mosin nagants that are pre-war. I took the bolt out because, as you can see here, the trigger automatically returns itself. See, there's no play with the trigger. It's just returns. I mean, before the war, the Russian army was heavily based upon marksmanship instead of just crank them out and hope they hit what they're shooting at. Like, you were praised if you were a marksman. So these were made to be very accurate. The barrel on this is free floated all the way up to here, where this black cap is. None of the mosin nagants probably anywhere have, other than the Finnish M39s, or all mosin nagants like this, 9130s, will have, the barrel, well, if it is free floated, it won't be up to there. Otherwise it's free floated all the way down to there. And this one, that's how it came. So most of them aren't like that. But like I said, this is a pre-war production. This was converted to a 9130 between the years of 1930 and 1935. So it has the pre-war stock, obviously, with brass sling plates, as you can see. Those are steel sling plates. Never mind, steel sling plates, and steel too. Steel sling plates. And these here are the brass on the handguard, and these are brass. That's more common of guns made before 1938, around there. So you'll see that, or guns converted before then. They did most of the converting between 1930 and 35. But after looking at everything on 762x54r.com, all the markings match. All the markings, obviously. I mean, the serials match. This gun here is valued at about $300. So it's worth a little more than your or just your $80 J&G sales mosin nagant. It is worth quite a bit, mainly because of its bore condition and its age. And again, it's made at the Izhevsk Arsenal, 1926 hex receiver, very accurate rifle. As you can see, I adjusted the sights. I know there's a tool out there that you do it with, but I've read that if you move the sight back and forth too much, even a little bit, it can actually make it really loose. And I wanted to make a pointed sight in it so it would be accurate. And plus, the funny thing about it is the sight was actually like this. The top of the sight was at an angle like that, so it was hard to hit the target, and it was shooting way off to the shooting way off to the right. So I moved the sight, and now it's actually like a point. It's bent. It looks like it's not on, but this thing gets 1.5 inch groupings at 100 yards. Shoots perfect, right on. Only shoots about an inch high. I was using Bulgarian 182 grain heavy ball ammunition made in the 50s, Spitzer bow tail. It gets about 1.5 inch groupings at that. Shoots about an inch high, about an inch high, but right at the bullseye, right on. And the funny thing is, at 200 meters, I sighted it in meters, not yards, sorry, because that's what the sight's in. At 200 meters, it actually shoots about 10 inches low when I adjust the sight to 2. That's telling me, obviously, like my other mosin nagant that it was sighted in with, or probably around 150 grain light ball ammunition. So that means at 100 yards it'll still be on, and at 200 yards it'll be on when this is at 2. I did the same thing with my other mosin nagant, it was the same way. Yep, all the parts match, serial numbers match, everything. Came with a very nice stock. The stock's in pretty good condition. I mean, see, this is a rifle here. If you get a rifle like this, you do not refinish it. Like my other mosin nagant, it's a war production. That's my other mosin nagant's dead accurate too. That gets about 2-inch groupings. Excellent bore. And I had a free float the barrel on that one. I redid the stock on that because those ones are like a dime a dozen. Well, the one I got really isn't because it's really accurate and it has a perfect bore for being a war production, 1943. But it's a good gun. Tack driver. So is this one. This one's a little more accurate though. I mean, just because, I mean, it was made with more precision. There's more time went into making it than the war production model. If you're gonna get a mosin nagant, I would highly advise, or if you want to get a rifle that's cheap, I'd get a mosin nagant. I mean, you may or may not get one with a good bore, but some people seem to realize. I do have a Yugoslavian SKS with a mildly pitted bore. The bore's still shiny, but it just has a few pits in it. That will not affect accuracy at all. As long as it's not pitted around the crown or the end of the barrel, it'll still be fine. And you're looking at, when your barrel's minorly pitted, you're looking at really a difference of, you know, like a 1/4 inch at 100 yards. Or not even that, like a 1/16 of an inch at 100 yards is what you're looking at for a difference in accuracy. So a minorly pitted barrel or frosted barrel, well, frosted may. No, not really. I mean, as long as your crown is good, that's the end of the barrel. You know, as long as there's still strong lands and grooves in your gun, even if it is a little pitted, it'll still be really accurate, as long as the rifling is still there. I only own one gun where it's pretty badly pitted. That's my mosin nagant M44, but that thing still gets, you know, it gets about 5-6 inch groupings at 100 yards, and that one is pretty badly pitted. But the lands and grooves are still there; they're still visible. They're pretty strong, but just the fact that it's heavily pitted, you know, it gets about 5-6 inches at 100 yards. Not bad. I'm not complaining. And it could still hit the target at 200 yards too. It gets about 12 inch at 200. You know, my AK can get better groupings than it at 200 yards, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's a piece of history. That's the only really gun I have with a crappy barrel. Hang on, let me check for time here. Okay, now my next video I'm going to do is on how to clean a mosin nagant, or really any, or not really how to clean, just tips on, or reasons why you should not shoot a ton of ammunition with a non-chrome line bore on any rifle. Got any questions or comments or any videos you guys want me to make, send me a message and I'll make a video on it. My next rifle I'm going to be getting is a hopefully a Colt M4 with a free float barrel quad rail. Hope to get that by December. That costs about $1,500, so I have to save up a little more than that. More for that, but you got any questions, send me a message, Spartan765 out.